Have you ever wondered why do you cry over a ball going into a net? Why does your heart pound, your hands shake, your voice crack? For a team that doesn't know you exist, for players who will never know your name, be honest with yourself for a second. Because something is happening inside you every 4 years that you've probably never stopped to question. Something that takes over you completely, and then disappears just as fast, leaving you wondering what just happened to you. It's not really about football. It's about something much deeper, something psychological. And once you understand it, you'll never watch the World Cup the same way again. Reason 1, the tribe switch. Thousands of years ago, your survival depended on your tribe. If your group lost a fight, you could lose everything. Your home, your family, your life. Your brain still carries that wiring, buried deep, waiting for a trigger. When your national team plays, your brain doesn't know the difference between an ancient battlefield and a football stadium. To your nervous system, your tribe is under threat. That's why your hands sweat. That's why your jaw clenches. You're not watching a game. Part of your brain thinks you're at war. Picture this. It's the final minutes of the match. Your country is down by 1 goal. A man who has never raised his voice at home, a calm father, a quiet husband, is suddenly on his feet, fists clenched, veins showing on his neck, screaming at the TV like his life depends on it. His wife walks in, confused, asking if everything's okay. He doesn't even hear her. His son is watching him from the doorway, a little scared, having never seen his father like this. In that moment, the man isn't in his living room anymore. He's on a battlefield, and his tribe is losing. And some ancient part of him is terrified. Reason 2, borrowed identity. Here's an uncomfortable question. If your team wins, did you do anything? You didn't train. You didn't score. You didn't sacrifice years of your life, your knees, your youth. But you say we won like you were on the pitch yourself, like you earned it too. This is called identity fusion. Your sense of self quietly merges with the team. Their victory becomes your victory. Their humiliation becomes your humiliation. Think about the morning after a loss. You wake up, and before you even check the time, before you even remember what day it is, you remember. That heavy feeling sits in your chest like a stone. You walk into work and someone asks how you're doing, and you actually say, not great, and you mean it. Because of a football match. And somewhere inside you, you know how irrational that is. But it doesn't make the feeling any less real. Reason 3, the loneliness cure. Here's the part nobody talks about. For 90 minutes, you belong to something bigger than yourself. In a world where so many people feel isolated, disconnected, invisible, where you can go days without anyone really seeing you, the World Cup gives instant belonging. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to wear the same colors. Think about a packed cafe during a match. Strangers who've never spoken a single word to each other are suddenly jumping out of their chairs together, screaming the same name, hugging like old friends, crying together over the same goal. For those 90 minutes, nobody is alone. Nobody is invisible. Nobody has to carry their problems by themselves. And when the final whistle blows, and everyone goes back to their own lives, back to their own silence, maybe that's exactly why you're already counting down to the next match. Maybe you're not chasing football. Maybe you're chasing that feeling. The real question. So is this obsession healthy? Or is it just a socially acceptable way to feel something real? Maybe the World Cup isn't really about football at all. Maybe it's about everything we're missing the rest of the year. Connection, identity, belonging. And the feeling of being part of something bigger than ourselves. Even if it's just for 90 minutes. If this video made you see your own reactions a little differently, hit subscribe. Because we're going deeper into the hidden psychology behind the things you do every single day. Things you never thought to question until now.